Oh, it's too quiet. Welcome everyone joining us on Zoom too. We're happy to have you here. We'll be starting in just a moment. Welcome in the ministering angels of Shabbat. And maybe you've heard me say this before, but I will tell you that the last verse of Shalom Aleichem was always a bit confusing to me. Tzeitchem l'shalom. First we welcome in the angels. We welcome them in, we ask them for blessing. But then we say Tzeitchem. Farewell, we'll see you next Shabbat. But we just welcome them in, why so soon? So we ask that they take parts of the week that we don't need to carry with us into Shabbat. What can we release so that we can feel a little bit more spacious, a little bit more breath, a little bit more peace, a little bit more rest. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Yasharim, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem Leshalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruch Hu Ni Leshalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Tzidkei Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu,
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome. Such a joy to be with all of you and with Cantor Alana. And though we have already said goodbye to the angels in the same breath that we've said hello to them, we can say hello to each other, to acknowledge each other and say Shabbat Shalom and appreciate that we've come together as a community to celebrate this full day of rest. This week, my mind is in the clouds, so to speak. And it's with the trees, it's with vulnerable animals, plants, and human beings who are feeling the unparalleled effects of climate change this summer. It feels like no accident that the UN's latest report, their 6th report on climate crisis, came out this week. And it's the same week that we read in Torah about some of the most important, enduring environmental values, or mitzvot, that our Jewish tradition proudly embraces. Specifically, the mitzvah of being bal tashchit, masters of conservation, strikes me as relevant for us to consider this Shabbat as we look to slow down, to simplify for the next 24 hours, to reduce what we consume, and come into harmony with the earth and with each other. The great Hasidic teacher, Rabbi Nachman of Breslov, was famous for saying, "Each and every shepherd has her own special melody according to the grasses and specific location where she's grazing. Each and every grass blade has a song which it sings, and from that grass's song, the shepherd's melody is created." It is with the spirit of listening to and honoring the song of every blade of grass, every element of creation, that I invite us to sing the melodies of Kabbalat Shabbat tonight in harmony with the natural world. May our spirits be renewed so we can approach the hard work of repairing our earth with hope rather than despair, and do our part for future generations to inherit a land that thrives. Speaking of those future generations of leaders and the light they bring to our lives, I am thrilled to be joining in celebration with 2 families tonight, as 2 incredible young people in our community are called to Torah this weekend as bar mitzvah. Brendan Feldman and Theo Scherer. They have both worked so hard to reach this special milestone, and we are excited to learn from you both this weekend. I'm going to invite now members of Brendan and Theo's families, 3 generations of women, to help light our Shabbat candles. Brendan's family is joining us in the Bima, and you can wave to the Scherer family and our Zoom community. I'll invite them to unmute in just a moment. So we're inviting up Silky Feldman, Alexis Feldman, and Linda Feldman, mom, sister, and grandma to Brendan. And also inviting virtually Theo's mom, Susanna, and his grandma, Sandra.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our life, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
I'll invite the sharers to unmute.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter the sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Amen.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu le'adlikner Shel Shabbat.
Thank you. Mazel tov, and mazel tov to you as well. We're very, very excited to celebrate you tomorrow. Now that we have a little more illumination in our sanctuary, we're going to continue to warm up our voices with Lecha Dodi on page 20.
Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekabela 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 שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, השם ותפארת לתחילה לך דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת, נקבלה לך דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת, לקראת שבת לכו בניך, כי היא מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במה שמתחילה לך דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת, נקבלה לך דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת, נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באור קומי אורי, אורי אורי שיר דברי, כמו עיני עלייך נינה לך דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת, נקבלה לך דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת,
And face the entrance as if Shabbat herself was coming in the door.
בואי בשלום, העטרת פעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת, נקבלה, לך דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת, נקבלה, לך דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת,
We continue now that we are on our feet and feeling warm and invited into Shabbat with our communal prayer, the Baruch Hu on page 28, that asks us all to come as we are to this Shabbat evening.
Come, come all of you, come all of us, bless the one who blesses. Come, come all of you, come all of us, bless the one who blesses. Come, come all of you, Bless the one who blesses. Come, come all of you, come all of us. Bless the one who blesses. Blessed is the blessed one. Blessed is the giver of blessing. Blessed in this moment now and every now to come. Blessed is the blessed one. Blessed is the giver of blessing. Blessed in this moment now and every now to come. Come all of you, come all of us. Bless the one who blesses. Come, come all of you, come all of us. Bless the one who blesses. Baruch hu et ha-mevorach. Baruch Adonai ha-mevorach le'olam va'ed. Come all of you, come all of us, bless the one who blesses. Come, come all of you, come all of us, bless the one who blesses. Come, come all of you, come all of us. Bless the one who blesses.
There is one who sings the song of his own life, finding everything within himself. There is one who leaves the circle of herself and sings the song of her people. There is one whose voice rings with the song of humanity, hoping for the highest perfection. And there is one who rises even higher, uniting with all creatures, with all worlds, filling the universe with song. Let's enjoy the miracle of getting to sing in one voice and also in all of our unique voices. You might want to close your eyes so you can really just listen to those voices together as we prepare to pray the Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Ma'u Shem Kevod Ma'uto Le'olam Va'ed.
You may be seated. It's so sweet to hear your voices joining together. We continue with the V'ahavta on page 36.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך ובביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך תזכרו, ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם.
This week's Parsha contains the Torah principle perhaps most frequently cited by activists, tzedek, tzedek, tirdof, justice, justice you shall pursue. We don't always get to hear the entirety of the verse. Justice, justice you shall pursue, says Torah, that you may live and inherit the land which Adonai your God gave you. In no uncertain terms, the Torah links pursuit of justice to our ability to connect to the land we call home. Of course, we don't make a home alone, but in relationship with our neighbors, family, friends, and community. As we prepare to sing Mi Chamocha, I invite you to think of one friend or neighbor you can call on to join you in your efforts to repair the world, one small act at a time. We sing together on page 40.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהי לו עושה מלכותך ראו בניך בוקי הים לפני משה ומרים. זכי לי אנו ועמדו אדוני לו לעולם ועד. יא די 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 די, יא לה די די, יא לה די די, יא די די די, יא די די די, יא די 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 די, יא לה די די, יא די די די, יא די די די, יא די די די.
A sense of safety and feeling secure in your home, in your body, in this world is a little hard to come by these days. We are still weathering so many uncertainties and challenges. I've been really trying to anchor in that which brings me a sense of safety and shelter that isn't just my home, which I spend many hours in, but the qualities of relationship, the experiences that are possible that help us to feel that deeper sense of safety when there's so much swirling that is uncertain. And Cantor Lana, your voice is one of those things that brings me a sense of safety, a sense that things are going to be okay, and that we have a deeper shelter that's true no matter what's happening on the surface. With that spirit, we're going to continue singing our prayer of shelter, Hashki Venu, on page 42.
Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom Vecha Amideinu Shomreinu Lechaim Ufros Aleinu Sukkah Shlomecha Ufros Aleinu Sukkah Shlomecha Guardian of life, guardian of peace, keep us safe in the night. Shomreinu lechaim. Guardian of life, guardian of peace, keep us safe in the night. Shomreinu lechaim. Shomreinu lechaim. Guardian of life, guardian of peace, keep us safe in the night. Shomreinu lechaim. Guardian of life, guardian of peace, keep us safe in the night. Shomreinu lechaim. Guard the sweet soul of humanity. Please protect us under your great canopy, so we'll feel the shelter of your love. Feel the shelter of your love. Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom Vecha Amideinu Shomreinu Lechaim Ufros Aleinu Sukkah Shlomecha Ufros Aleinu Sukkah Shlomecha.
Feeling that extra layer of protection and warmth surround us. I invite you to rise now. We're going to continue with our standing prayer, the Amidah. We'll begin together on page 46 with our communal prayer, and then also make time for silence that you're invited to fill with absolutely anything you desire. The words on the page, your personal prayers, a deep breath, a meditation that fits the moment. We'll start together on page 46.
Adonai sefatai tiftachu fi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imoteinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, ומלך חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניכם למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע מוריד אתה מחלקל חיים בחסד מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים סומך נופלים ורופא חולים ומתיר אסורים ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומדומה לך מלך ממית ומחייב ומצמיח ישועה נאמן אתה להחיות הכל ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל.
Continue in silence, finding a seat whenever you're ready.
Oh, sweet Spirit, hear my prayer. Help these words heal someone out there. I am but a voice just a cry in the air, but I sing nonetheless this pain share. Oh, sweet friends, come and dry your eyes and hold each each other by this tree of life. I'm angry and tired of this great divide, but I sing nonetheless with love on our side. Oh, sweet souls who feel broken now, we'll heal together somewhere, somehow. Time and again we have been let down, but we sing nonetheless, still whole and still proud.
This sanctuary makes room for everything that we bring to it. Every feeling belongs. Joy and pain, sorrow, confusion, fear, hope. One of the most important things we do together as a community is offer each other prayers for healing, for repair, for ourselves and for our loved ones who are struggling in mind, body, and spirit. We take this time to share the names of those in our community who we are praying for healing for, and also invite you, if there are names on your heart, on your mind today that you'd like to share, to do so. And of course, that includes our community on Zoom sharing names tonight. On our Misha Berach list, we are thinking of Bill Slappin, Stephanie Levitt, Marilyn Greenwald, Marcia Margolin, Francie Karp, Leah Bat Gedalia Bat Fega, Tamara Grelk, Evan Bin, Lynn Etlinger, Larry Margolis, Marilyn Rudy, Carolyn Orens, Susanna Larios, Robert Cohen, Ronald Winchell, Mia Goldstein, Ken Brenner, Gary Verbin, Lynn Phillips, Gary German, Celia Harms, Rebecca Frazier, Marcel Frazier, Sherry Berenstein, Bob Giusti, Linda Harris, Maxine Rogo, Gail Prince, Diana Pettit, Perry Meskin, Steve Tolkien, Morton Prager, Doug McCracken, Maria Guthrie, Kurt Meyer, Linda Silverio, David Habib, Anna Tran, Linnell Bin, Jane Barker Haugen, Segal Olga Bat Baruch Elkin, Larissa Elkin, Carol Starr, Marion Frazier, Jeremy Curbit, praying for Refuah Shlema to Shirley Cohen, Zev, Steve, Bruce, and Sheila, Sarah Bat Malka, Steve Tolkien, recovery from surgery for Noam Alfred, Priscilla Leaf, Refuah Shlema to Hava Shana, Sharon Lifschultz, Carol Priven, and Bob Leaf. Holding those names, and B. Regnitz. Holding those names very dear, we continue with the Misha Berach.
Oh, sweet Spirit, hear my prayer. Help these words heal someone out there.
Wishing a refuah shlema to all of those who we love, all those we're thinking of. I have a confession to make, and I hope this is a safe place to do so. I am a rabbi who occasionally dabbles with tarot cards. For those of you who are not familiar, tarot is an iconic deck of 78 cards, each with its own imagery, symbolism, and story. Tarot has captured the human imagination for centuries, though its origins are not precisely known. The deck first emerged in the 1400s in Europe. They were used by many cultures, including Kabbalistic Jews. According to Kabbalistic scholars, Jewish mystics connected the 22 letters of the Hebrew alphabet to the 22 major cards in the deck, the ones most associated with potency and growth. And they used the deck strategically to continue to practice Hebrew in periods where the religion needed to be practiced covertly. In later centuries, many secular Americans have also picked up on the evocative images and characters featured in the tarot deck as a tool of meaning making and reflection. While I don't personally link exploration of tarot to my Jewish life or ascribe any magical or subversive powers to their use, I do find that the figures featured on each card, characters such as the High Priestess, symbolizing deep intuition, or the Fool, symbolizing new beginnings and bold adventures, help unlock my imagination and approach life with more curiosity. A dear friend taught me to pull a card with an open-ended question in mind and to allow whatever character or image I pull to inspire creative reflection, kind of like a trusted companion. In this way, the experience has something in common with the way I study Torah. Though the word Torah is often translated as law, its meaning can also be closer to guide. The reading of sacred text and sharing of Torah's stories is meant to help enrich our lives and reflect to us what we might learn from its teachings. And it's never completely clear. We do get involved in the interpretation. Likewise, reading tarot is not prescription for the future. Rather, the cards one pulls are meant to inspire reflection and perspective wherever we find ourselves. Perhaps the archetypes of the tarot deck were on my mind as I encountered this week's Torah portion, Shoftim, one of the last in the book of Deuteronomy, which lays out in its opening verses the different archetypes of leadership that God intends to work together to form a just society: the judge, the king, the priest, and the prophet. While there are endless ways to understand or critique these roles in the public sphere, in this month of Elul, a time of deep personal spiritual growth, I thought I'd offer a framework for approaching our inner lives using these four figures as archetypes to ask ourselves some good questions. First, Deuteronomy speaks of the judge, the administrator of justice herself. Importantly, the Torah advises that the judge is meant to act impartially, not to be swayed by popular opinion. Understood personally, this could be our inner voice of discernment, which attunes to that which we can trust above the distractions, fears, habits, and assumptions that are so easy to make. This is the voice that unmasks our prejudices and keeps our hearts open as we make difficult choices. The judge might help you ask, what wisdom do I truly need to be heeding now? What conditions will help lead me to trust the decisions I make this year? Second, we learn of the king, a source of human authority that is necessarily limited. We learn from Torah that any claim to sovereignty must be tempered with a humility that recognizes God as the only true greater power. When we contemplate the king, we might connect with being created in God's image, while also recognizing and celebrating the spark of God and nobility in all creation. We might encounter the king and ask, how do we embody our own spiritual authority and honor that same sovereignty in others? How do we practice humility in leadership, balancing our relationship to power and being effective in our respective areas of authority? Third, we learn of the priest, representing the aspect of inner life that governs ritual, art, and spiritual practice. How might we use rituals and other sacred tools to express all we are feeling in moments of transformation, from grief to joy to uncertainty and hope? What aspects of our daily lives might benefit from some ritual renewal, a rediscovery of Havdalah as a weekly practice, or a new commitment to journaling in the morning with the prayer Modeh Ani? Finally, Deuteronomy describes the role of the prophet, perhaps the most challenging of our inner voices to heed. The prophet is a voice that calls us to deep teshuva work that we're capable of, not letting us fall complacent with calls to justice that we must answer, either in our personal lives or in our wider world. The prophet may be that voice that keeps us up late at night, that won't let us ignore a brokenness that needs healing. I know my own inner prophet is calling me to consider my relationship to the environment as we anticipate yet another season of abnormal air conditions and compromised health in our ecosystem. How can I pursue justice in that realm while honoring the other roles I hold, while remaining resilient? I wonder if one of these figures we meet in Torah this week, judge, king, priest, or prophet, particularly captures your imagination or calls you to deeper exploration. Each offers a valuable lens on the power of transformation we possess, and each prompts us to ask some good questions at a time when questions feel more appropriate than answers. As we continue to journey through Elul together, I welcome hearing about the tools of reflection that are most meaningful to you that may benefit from our learning together. Shabbat Shalom. It is now a delight to call up a representative from our board to share a little bit about what is happening in our community this month. No surprise, it will involve the holidays to come. Thank you, Roxanne, for being here.
Hello, Shabbat Shalom. My name is Roxanne Cohen, and I'm pleased to represent our Board of Trustees to welcome everyone on Zoom and in person to celebrate Shabbat together. We have people who've come back from camp this summer who are getting ready to go off to school or return locally, and we're glad to have this moment in time together. Thank you, Rabbi Laura, for leading us in prayer. We will embrace every moment that we have with you while you're still here before you move on to the next chapter in your journey. And Cantor Alana, I don't know where she just, thank you for lifting us with your voice and your spirit. It's always a joy. And Rabbi Daryl Crystal, who is blending in the back, welcome. It's still not too late to welcome and to let you know how appreciative we are to have you here as our interim senior rabbi this year. We look forward to having you lead us as we go forward. Mazel tov to our two B'nai Mitzvah families. It is great to have you here and on Zoom. We look forward to celebrating tomorrow morning your Simcha Mazel Tov. Brendan Feldman will become Bar Mitzvah at 9:30 a.m. and Theo Scherer will be the later service, 11:30 a.m. And the congregation is welcome to join on Zoom. You can check the email for the link. We also hope that you've had a chance to review all of the high holiday information that was sent out this week. Health and safety is our top priority, as well as bringing together our community in ways that feel comfortable to all. We ask that you please register by Friday, August 20th. Whether you plan to come in person or by Zoom, it will just help us plan better for the experience for all. And special thanks to Kate Lauser, our executive director, and the entire staff team who have been really working to make sure that every detail is covered. There are many other things that are happening. We have the Rabbis Roundtable, which is an annual event that links our congregation with the other synagogues in the North Peninsula and the PJCC. And we invite you to join us in study, Shabbat Torah study, and other opportunities. Please check the email for all the details. And again, Shabbat Shalom. Thank you.
Thank you, Roxanne. It's really good to have you up here. It's good to have your son with us for one more week before you leave us for the East Coast. There's a lot of coming and going. It's also really beautiful to see Judy and Tom here, this is one of their sanctuary homes, and it's possible to come back. That's what I'm feeling as I see the two of you. Again, it's just so special to be with you all this Shabbat and to look forward to all that is to come for our high holidays. And we value hearing from you and hearing how we can make these holidays really feel most alive. As our service comes to its conclusion, we take time to honor sacred memory. And we are going to honor not only yard sites, but also mark some recent losses that we're mourning in our community. And of course, if there's someone that you are thinking of tonight that you want to share the name of out loud, we'll invite that as well. We are mourning the recent loss in our community of Boris Regent, Marcia Smith, Susan Levin Wayne, Lois Michael Wang, and Eunice Kenner, and honoring the yard sites of Adele Adler Gordon, Gilda Althaus, Fanny Bach, Pauline Becker, Joseph Berman, Sylvia Beinman, Marvin Berger, Helen Bloom, Janice Cohen, Everett Daniels, Robert Frederick Shazelin, Milton Orenstein, Deborah Goldberg, Sheldon Horwich, Eliza Hurley, Elizabeth Hurley, Elliot Jacobs, Bert Kemmelman, Kimber Allison, Sol Clayman, Arnold Labson, Dorothy Labson, Phyllis Laszlo, Max Levins, Marvin Linder, L.K. Lloyd, Paula Miller, Glenn Oppen, Margot Parker Hudson, April Richland, Alvin Rubin, Betty Schoenbrunn, Rosalie Schweit, Theodore Schulman, Martha Stearman, Alvin Susser, Minnie Wachter. Acknowledging from our Zoom community, Cecilia Van Linder, Charles Weiss, and Rosalind Linder. If there's anyone else who'd like to share a name out loud, I invite you to rise as we say the Mourner's Kaddish together on page 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'alma divrach chirutei v'amlich malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'gala uv'izman kari v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam olmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shmei dekudesha brichu, Leila minkol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru amen. We say zikronam livracha, may their memory always be for blessing. And speaking of blessing, we conclude our service as we love to do and as is so important to do on Shabbat and a celebratory Shabbat like this one with Kiddush and Motzi. So Cantor Alana is getting out a special Kiddush cup and challah for Brendan. Come on up, Brendan. And again, joining us from Zoom, we have Theo. And the two of you are going to lead us in our Kiddush blessing and Motzi. So we'll start with Brendan leading Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, b'shabbat kodsho, be'ahava uvratzon hinkilanu, zikaron l'ma'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila lemikrai kodesh. Zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim, kivanu v'acharta, v'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, be'ahava uvratzon, hinchaltanu, baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. L'chaim.
L'chaim, L'chaim, Mazel Tov, Brendan. And I see Theo raising his glass at home as well. Mazel Tov. We'll invite you to unmute. Brendan, you lucked out. You get the challah all to yourself over here. And Theo, we'll have you say the blessing at home with your family. Hi.
All right. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Enjoy. You can have that challah with your family at home, and we're so excited to have you on the bima tomorrow. Thank you all for being here. Mazel tov again to the Feldman family and the Scherer family, and to all of you who are here. We're just so happy that you're here to celebrate Shabbat with us. We're going to end, as we love to do and as we must, on a note of peace. Shalom.
Rise up like the sun. Oh, Light up the universe with joy. Light up the universe. Light up the universe with joy. On that day, Yom HaHu, we sing to you. On that day, Ushmo Echad, your name. On that day, Yom HaHu, we sing to you. On that day, Ushmo Echad, your name as one. As one. May the one bring peace down. May the one bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom. Shalom, hu yaseh shalom, hu yaseh shalom. Alleluia. Count it, 1, 2, 3, sing it. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Have a beautiful weekend.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everyone. Good to see you,
Shabbat
Judy
shalom.
and Jenny, the shares, the loggers. Hi, Steve.
Shabbat shalom.
Hi,
Shabbat
Alan.
shalom. Thank you.
Susan.
Shabbat shalom.
Great to see you. Great. Mazel tov, Brendan. Get good sleep.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat